What's going on, guys? I'm your motivation guy, Keith Allen, and you know the flick is one of the slickest and most powerful attacks, but performing them can be a little tricky. But don't worry, guys, because in today's ProGuides video, we're gonna be going over what a flick is and how to pull them off. So remember, guys, to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm so excited to get into this video. You guys ready for this? Let's get this going. All right, guys, so to start off, we're gonna need to discuss what exactly is a flick. Okay, so a flick is this. Okay, still confused? All right, no worries, guys. Hey, let's break it down. All right, it's when you use your flip to really hit the ball while you carry it downfield to produce power and speed. So, there are multiple different ways to perform a flick with different skill gaps for each one. Flicks might seem pretty easy from the sidelines, but they have a ton of thought and muscle memory built into them. And so to perform a clean and intentful flick, there are many steps that you need to follow that include lifting the ball into the air, angling your car a certain way, and flipping it to the direction you want the flick to go. So you're gonna also need to already know how to dribble the ball, and if you're struggling with that, don't worry about it, we got you. We have a video just for you to learn how to dribble. It goes over the basics and even the advanced techniques of dribbling. All right, enough self-promo, back into the flicks. So, let's just say that you already know how to dribble, right? And even if you aren't great at dribbling or, you're having a tough time with any of these tricks, a great trick to use to help with control and understanding is going into a custom game and really just using slow-mo. This will reduce the game speed and allow you to easily make those micro adjustments to perform simple tricks. So to correctly perform a flick, there's a few things that you need to understand, all right? So when you're carrying the ball on your car, there are a few places the ball should be at all times. This also depends on the speed of your car. For instance, the ball should need more forward near the front of your car if you're moving fast. If you're going slower, it should be more to the center of your car. If you're going sideways, then more to the side you're angled towards. And so this is more of a concept you get through muscle memory and practicing. And it's a little hard to really put all of these into your gameplay just after understanding it. But, it helps knowing if you're, practicing correctly to get it down. Another great thing to really understand, guys, is the setup for the flick. When you go to pop the ball up, you can either hold down your jump or just slightly press jump. This will vary with how high your car goes into the air. The longer you hold down, the closer your car will go to the ball and get better flicks. While, if you press lightly, you're gonna be further, but you can go for different styles of flicks. Along with this, if you tilt your car while slightly tapping your jump, you can get just as close to the ball as holding down jump, just an added step. So after you get the setup down, guys, all that's after is flipping to hit the ball with the butt of your car. The height and speed can vary with different types of hits as well. So to vary the speed and height of the ball really all depends on which part of the car is hitting which part of the ball. Like if you jump, then delay your flick, you're gonna get more height than speed. This is because the ball is going to stay in the air longer than your car, lengthening the gap between you and the ball. So you'll end up hitting it more under the ball and with less force from the car. So if you jump, then instantly flick after you get more speed than height, it's for the same reason. The gap between you and the ball is barely anything, and you're hitting it on the corner of the ball with more power from the car. Speed and height are just both very important. Height can help you get past someone midfield, where speed can help you score, or even the other way around. So there are also different ways to create immense speed behind your flicks. For instance, hitting it backwards rather than forwards. The more snap that you get on a flip and hit the ball with it, the more speed you get. And so hitting it backwards is difficult for beginners, but the power and height it generates is insane, and definitely is like one of the better flicks that you can perform. All right, guys, so speaking of the backwards flick, there are a bunch of different flicks that you can perform. There are straightforward ones, the normal front flick, the side flick, diagonal flick, and then more advanced ones like the breezy flick and musty flick. But don't worry, guys, we're gonna help you understand what they are and what it takes to pull them off. All right, so we're gonna start off with the normal straightforward flick. All that it is your generic flick. You're gonna pop the ball up and then flip forward to generate some decent power and speed. So the diagonal flick is when you start to tap more into aiming where the ball is going. You carry the ball like normal, then jump it up and angle your car down toward. Then you're gonna hit it with the butt of your car while flipping sideways towards the corner of the net you want it to hit. These are amazing to generate some good speed, and they're the basic flick that you can start to accurately angle a shot. Okay, guys, so for more height, you can go for the side flick. This is when you side flip with the ball on top of you, throwing it into the air, but not giving it much speed. This is more used in ones to get past an opponent coming at you, or just getting past someone midfield. Another flick that really gives you a ton of height is the backflip flick. It's a very, situational due to the way it positions your car after the flick. It's when you jump and then backflip the ball high in the air. This can be used for a pass to your teammate, or if you're very fast, you can flick it up in the air, pass someone, and then give a false sense of possession to their opponent and just quickly get back to the ball for a pop and score. This is one that we like a lot because of how rare it's used, but it has so much potential to be something with some creativity. Anyways, guys, for more advanced flicks, we can start off with the delayed flick. So the delayed flick is just any flick but delayed after you jump to add some surprise to your flick, and it actually generates some more power behind your hit. So a lot of, high up players will delay most of their flicks due to how much more power you can get, and you can just delay almost any flick you fake out or add a hint of surprise to your play. So the way it's done can be a little complicated, but you have to angle your car downwards and hold down your jump to get as close to the ball as possible, and then just carry it in the air. Then after half a second or so, you flip it in the direction you want the ball to go. Now guys, another difficult flick is the backwards flick. For this, you're gonna jump in the air and instantly rotate your car to where the back of your car is aimed at the net. Then you will backflip to hit the ball with every part of your car ending with the nose, generating insane power and even some insane height as well. So with this, as well as, you can add the delayed flick and generate more power, resulting in almost always scoring or at least causing good pressure. Then there are some more insane flicks that are even hard for professionals to pull off all the time. So the musty flick is a flick that causes insane power and can give you insane height as well. It can be pretty unpredictable, but that is very good on some occasions. So the way it's pulled off is a delayed flick, except, you're tilting your car down at the ground. Then you would do a backflip to snap your car forward, hitting the ball very fast, and it will cause the ball to roll up your car like a ramp and just shoot it off. So these can be pulled off anywhere on the field due to, how much speed and height you can get. And there's also a different way to perform it, which may be easier or harder. You jump the ball in the air, then start to rotate backwards until your nose is tilted at the ground again, and then, do a backflip to snap it forwards to hit the ball. This can also create some confusion on what flick you're doing. All right, guys, so for the last flick, we have the infamous breezy flick. This is probably the most intense flick there is, and really calls for so much mechanical skill. It consists of a musty flick and tornado spin. A tornado spin is a certain way to move your car in the air. You're gonna need to air roll right or left for this as well. It's when you air roll left or right, then push move in the opposite direction to create a tornado spin. So to start this off, you will jump and get the ball in the air. Then you will tornado spin until you see the underside of your car and the nose is pointed towards the ball. Then you release your air roll and just keep spinning your car until you're positioned into a musty flick position, then backflip. This is very difficult to pull off, and really the payoff is insane. So defending against a breezy flick is very difficult, as well as all of these flicks if done really correctly. So now that we've come to the end of the video, guys, these flicks are definitely intense, but man, with enough practice, you can pull off even the breezy flick. Hey, if you guys liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to connect with me on my Instagram, I would love to connect with you at Your Motivation Guy. Hey, I'll see you on the next one. Keep grinding. Peace.